While taking the medical marijuana, I almost died. Hey. Today we will discuss if weed is appropriate for Christians. Not to start, I want to let you know that I don't stand in judgment of anyone who smokes weed. We are all on a journey seeking the truth, and our paths are different. Now, I do hope that on your journey, you are open to receiving this message. This is from my experience. Allow the Spirit to convict you. I pray that your eyes are open and you no longer live by the desires of the flesh. I want to make this short and sweet, but never sugarcoated. Weed is not of God. We are supposed to be of a sober mind. Sober mind. But somehow we make up every excuse that weed doesn't make us feel different, or we say we are in our right minds. Now, I do understand because I've been there. But the truth is, weed is just not of God. We like to say God made the plant, so it must be good. And then we come into agreements with the desires of our flesh and reject the truth on this matter. Now, let's get to my experience, because the Lord has shown me many times that weed is not from him. And he doesn't approve of our participation in getting high. I've had many experiences where I smoked and saw demons and people. I could see the spirit behind the high. It was always a nasty, vicious spirit who meant to harm me and the person it was using. Very early on my spiritual journey, I still tried to be of the world. I was like, yeah, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. Woo, woo, woo. Let me smoke this weed. Still trying to do the things that God was delivering me from. But every time I would smoke, I was still convicted. I went back to my vomit, as the Bible say we do. And thank God that his grace covered me in my foolishness. I had yet another experience where I smoked weed and cried out to the Lord to take me out of my high. And a demon responded to me and said, God is not here. I felt like I was in like a mental prison of darkness. I was screaming out from the inside, but I couldn't gain control of my body. Now let's talk about the desires of the flesh. I was bound. And even though I had terrible experiences smoking weed, I still enjoyed the high and had no power or self-control to overcome this demonic influence. Let's talk about this most recent time that I smoked weed. I'm just putting it out there, being transparent and open. It was this year. I was going through a health scare. And it's been many times that I stopped smoking weed for years, but I wasn't really truly convinced that weed was wrong. Because I asked myself, like, what is the difference between medicinal weed and various medications that can help me with the pain that I was experiencing? So I chose weed again. I was like, I'm about to try this again. Maybe if I'm doing it for medical purposes, it would be different. I wasn't doing it just to get high. I was doing it because I needed to find some relief from this pain. So I went back to it. Now, before I started taking the weed gummies, I inquired to the Lord to help me to honestly know if it wasn't of him. Even though I had experiences that should have been a clear indicator that I should stay away and refrain, sometimes we make dumb decisions. But thank God for his grace and our ignorance. Now, the Lord gave me a dream, and in my deep sleep, I was enticed by this demonic spirit that was leading me down some stairs into a basement with the weed gummy, y'all. Again, like, if you've seen something like this before you actually started smoking weed or participating in eating a gummy or whatever, like, that, to me, you would just be like, okay, this is God showing me I shouldn't be doing this. But me, nope. I was like, well, I don't know what that means. Because we do that sometimes. Let's be honest. God show us something. We be like, I don't know if that's God or not. Because it's that desire of our flesh. And it sometimes takes over when we are in agreement with it. At this time, I didn't perceive the meaning of the dream. So again, came into agreement with this demon, and I gave it access to me. Fast forward, I got my medical marijuana card. And because I was doing it the legal way, even though it's legal in probably most states now, I felt like I was doing it for medical purposes, and I thought I'd be all right. Like, okay, Lord, I'm not doing it just to get high. So, boy, was I wrong. The dream and the warning that the Lord had gave me had came to pass. While taking the medical marijuana, I almost died. It made my medical problem into a medical emergency. I couldn't keep anything down. Like, I was literally on my deathbed. I should have just listened. When the Lord showed me, I should have just listened, but I didn't. So I'm hoping that this will help someone out here, that when God is showing you something, just take the warning. Now, I'm not going into full details of the entire season of deception I experienced, because this video will be entirely too long. If there is someone out there struggling with the truth about marijuana, understand that it is a demonic influence and it is not of God. It is a desire from your flesh that is always at war with the Spirit of the Lord. If you are struggling with this, I do not stand in judgment or condemnation of your journey, but I do pray that you will experience freedom and deliverance from the influence of the devil. I pray that the Lord will open your eyes to all the truth on every matter that the enemy tries to confuse and deceive you on. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I appreciate and love every person. Let us stay united with one mind and one purpose. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all.